Welcome students to today's session. We are going into a new lesson, atoms and molecules, which is the third chapter in chemistry. So let us look into atoms and molecules and the functions associated with these. Ancient Indian and Greek philosophers both have tried to find out the concepts behind unknown and unseen form of matter. The idea of divisibility of matter was considered long back in India itself, and the name given to atom was Paramanu. But all these were work done by philosophers, and there were no practical experimentation associated with all the theories associated with the philosophy. So, validation and experimentation started with Antony L. Lavoisier, who found out or laid the foundations of chemical sciences by establishing what were the laws of chemical combination. So let us study the laws of chemical combination in today's session. There are two laws of chemical combination. They are law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. Let us look into these two laws for today's session. Law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. This can be very easily experimentally proved. Actually, the law means that during a chemical reaction, the sum of masses of the reactants and the products remain unchanged. So let us do this as an activity and find out how is this uh, conservation of mass carried on. This is included for experimentation for class 9 syllabus. So we will be doing it as a practical as well. We have to take some sodium sulfate solution in a conical flask and some barium chloride solution in an ignition tube. So both these material can be hanged. It is taken in an ignition tube so that it does not mix up. So the barium chloride is inside ignition tube and sodium sulfate is inside the conical flask. Weigh the contents of the flask using a balance. After this, we can mix up both these ignition tube just by tilting it. The contents of ignition tube can be poured into the contents of the conical flask and it can be mixed together. Actually, the reaction is a double displacement reaction. It forms barium sulfide plus sodium chloride. It's a double displacement reaction and the reaction gives a white precipitate of barium sulfide. So after the reaction mixture mixes up properly, put the materials back onto the weigh balance and then measure it again. We will find that both weights are same. So what it says is the reactants, barium chloride and sodium sulfate, and the products, barium sulfite and sodium chloride, both have got same weight, by which the law of conservation of mass is proved, which states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. It can be interchanged, that's all. Okay, with this, you must be clearly familiar with the law of conservation of mass. Let us go on to the next law, law of constant proportion. Law of constant proportion states that in a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. So, this is a little technical, which I'll explain to you. In a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. Let us take the example of water. You have two atoms of hydrogen and a single atom of oxygen. But let us see the proportion by mass. By mass means hydrogen is 2 grams and oxygen is 16 grams by mass. Okay. Atomic mass units, 2 of each hydrogen, 1 atomic mass unit, and oxygen 16 atomic mass unit. So what is the ratio of 2 is to 16? It is 1 is to 8. So always water combines in the ratio 1 is to 8 by mass. In other words, if there are 9 grams of water totally, then we should have in that 9 grams of hydrogen and 8 grams of oxygen. That is the meaning of this ratio by mass. So we'll go on to the next example of ammonia NH3. What is the ratio by mass for ammonia? Nitrogen is 14 AMU and hydrogen is 3, 1 into 3. So always the ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen in ammonia is 14 is to 3 by mass. So this proportion remains a constant throughout the world. That is the meaning of law of constant proportion, which states that a chemical compound, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. So with that, we'll end today's session. Please go through both the laws of combination and make them clear. Thank you.